Polish Defence Ministry has asked Washington to permanently deploy thousands of US troops in the country. Poland says that it's directly appealed to the US after NATO ignored a similar request for almost 20 years.
This presence is of great importance because it deters the adversary. US forces are the only ones in the world that have the ability to defend their positions against the adversary.
RT correspondent Donald Courter joins me in the studio with more on this story. I don't know the basics of it. My first instinct was it sounds like Poland thinks it's going to be invaded by somebody. What is behind this move?
Well, Neil, the request came in the form of a document from the Polish Defense Ministry, and it was titled Proposal for a U.S. Permanent Presence in Poland. Now, it outlined the willingness for the government to put $2 billion towards the construction of a permanent military base in Poland. And it also suggested locations for this military base, as well as military hospitals and the location of housing facilities for the soldiers. Now, the Russian government has already responded to this move. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said that it was expansionist, and he said that it would inevitably lead to Russian countermeasures. Let's take a listen.
We know that the dialogue and power are the two faces of the same coin. If you want dialogue and you don't have power, it's impossible that you succeed. It is important that we keep this deterrence on one side and being open to dialogue with the Russian Federation.
Now, that was earlier on in May at the NATO spring session in Warsaw. That was actually the president of NATO's Parliamentary Assembly saying that power is necessary for political talks. Now, it's a bit difficult to understand how a permanent military base in Poland would afford the Polish government any more power than it already has, since already there are 4,000 NATO troops stationed in Poland and throughout the Baltics, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. And they rotate throughout those countries, every now and again. And also, there's actually military drills going on all over Europe, even on Russia's doorstep. Every month, actually, going on different places in Europe. One of these annual drills that takes place in Poland is called Baltops, and it's a U.S.-led maritime exercise. It involves the participation of 17 nations. It's got 5,700 troops involved, 42 ships, and 2 submarines. But this this military drill is going to look pretty small in comparison to one they have coming up in November. It's called Anaconda, and it's another military drill that takes place in Poland. It happens every 2 years, but this year it's supposed to encompass 10,000 troops in participation from 10 allied nations, and that's all according to the NATO website. So it's difficult to see how even a permanent military base will even increase the likelihood of Poland having any more political swing with Russia.
OK, well, thanks very much for bringing us up to date. Donald Courter with the latest information.